everybody, and welcome to The Letter. I couldn't have I couldn't have asked for a better musical cue when I said The Letter. But anyway, I played a demo for this a while back, and I found this new demo. At least I think it's a new demo. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to play it and find out. The splash screen and the opening menu is way different than the original, and it looks like they've done a lot more work into it. So let's go ahead and hit new game. Okay then, I mean, we didn't really need the strange ghosty thing with the screaming, but okay. Alright, we got prologue. The Ermengarde Mansion. It was built for Lord William and Lady Elizabeth Ermengarde of Luxbourne, humble ambassadors of peace and beloved by their people. Both were well known for their compassion and generosity, never failing to extend a helping hand to anyone in need. Under their influence and wealth, what was once a small sleepy village grew to a prosperous and bustling town. However, the seasons of joy eventually ended, and the good nobles perished at the hands of the Great Plague. Their riches and legacy were henceforth passed on to their only child, Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion has stood since the 1620s, a witness to a very long history of joy and pain. After Lady Charlotte committed suicide, the great house was eventually left uninhabited. And that is when it began. Surrounding villagers spoke of seeing and hearing unearthly things, cries and howls that filled the night, and hearsays of a mysterious woman roaming the hollowed halls aimlessly. People who dared enter its walls were simply never heard from again. Sorry, I'm getting in grips with my gain. Even after 400 years, these stories remain. Much like the house itself, whispers about the once great house, its legend, and its curse still fall upon the villagers' ears. In spite of this, the current owners are convinced that these stories are nothing more than a hoax. With little regard for the truth, they had Briar Realty Corporation place the property back on sale. Like Pandora's box, the secrets that lie inside await to be discovered by brave souls. No matter what happens, take care not to be consumed by the curse. Good luck. Oh, good, okay. Well, this is different. Okay, so we actually have to accept or decline. Oh. Hello? Isabella, are you there? Where are you? A familiar jittery voice comes on the other end. Oh, hey, Rose. I'm at St. Joretti High. What's the matter? What do you mean, what's the matter? It's the mansion, silly. I'm here and you're late. Geez, we're on shift together. You promised. Oh my God, please don't tell me you forgot. You were planning on leaving me to check this place out on my own, weren't you? You chickened out. Calm down. You know I take my promises seriously. I'd like to believe that, so hurry and get here. This place is huge. A bit too quiet since no one's lived here since, like, forever, but beautiful nonetheless. Why are you so surprised? This isn't the first time you've been there. I know. I just wish I could live in a place like this. It really takes my breath away. I don't think you really want to live there. Trust me. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Not after the rumors that say it's haunted. Geez, never mind those rumors. Ghosts aren't real after all. And even if they are, which they are not, they can't do anything. They're nothing but spirits. You don't know that. They might be listening or watching right now, and they might not even be happy. Wait, they might not be happy with you enough to curse you. No offense, sweetie, but that's a bit of a stretch. Believe it or not, it's better to be careful. Right. You know, not every property we sell will end up with a dead body stuffed in a sofa. Oh, that happened. And I think the mansion is where we'll likely find another one. I can feel it. That was one time, Isabella. Loosen up. I think after finding one dead body stuffed in a couch, you might be able to... No. Anyway, just get here ASAP, please. I'm getting bored being here on my own. Fine. Let me finish up here. I'll be right there soon. Okay, see you. Bye. She hangs up before I can respond. Rose, still charming as ever. Who was that? I look up from my phone to see Rebecca giving me a questioning look. Oh, that? It's just Rose. Rose? The one you said who trained you for the job back when you started? You're working together again? Just for this property. We've been scoping out that big mansion down Anselm Village after the renovations. Today's sort of its grand opening to the public. BRC wants to give it one last check before we let potential buyers tour it this afternoon. Wait, mansion? That big spooky one you've been telling everyone about? Didn't you keep saying how it just gave you the creeps? You actually went there? And you're going back? Well, I did promise Rose I wouldn't ditch her. And besides, a job's a job. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living. As soon as those words left my mouth, Becca lets out a soft chuckle. What's so funny? Nothing. It's just I didn't expect you to say that. Coming from you, it sounds so out of character. I mean, no offense, but you've been freaking out about this place being creepy ever since you got assigned to it. Cursed rumors and all. I honestly thought you'd back out. Not all the time. I could really use a huge amount of cash right now, and this is just the fastest way to get it. Plus, listen to this. Briar Realty wants it sold as soon as possible, and the agent who lands the deal is going to get a huge bonus. They never give bonuses like that. Getting that would make life so much easier. They're desperate, I'm desperate, it's perfect. A sympathetic look crosses her face. You know, if you're really in urgent need of money, you could have just asked me. Or Ashton. We can always let you borrow, and you can pay us back whenever. I keep myself from groaning out loud. In the years I've known her, I can already tell what to expect once she has that expression. Becca, I've noticed that you've been living off instant noodles these past few weeks. She crosses her arms and grimaces at the thought. Her voice slightly raises as she begins to scold me, and instantly I'm reminded why Rebecca is excellent at her job teaching boisterous teenagers. Stop eating junk. They're cheap, but they're not good for you. You'll definitely end up in the hospital if you keep at it. Here we go again. You're not my mom. I eat other things too. Achievement unlocked, this or that. Okay. Hey, I eat other... I fold my arms across my chest, mimicking her posture and giving her the best frown I can muster. The same one I would use with my younger siblings when they were being difficult. Instead, she only raises an eyebrow at me. I'll tell you what, they didn't have this kind of animation before, so I can definitely see the awesome work that they've put into this. That's not going to work on me. And I saw when you were cleaning your flat last week, the instant noodle cups outnumber everything else. You're just exaggerating. Did you even see what's in my cupboard yet? I'm not living on instant noodles alone. I've got canned beans, peas, tuna, ham, and even hamburgers in there. In the cupboard? Why would you keep hamburgers? Okay. Rebecca's wrinkling her nose by the time I get to the end of the small list. I think she even went a little green on that last one. I would have laughed a little at that if I didn't know it would only lead to more reprimands from her. Aren't those the same ones you won in the grocer's raffle more than a year ago? I sincerely hope you're checking the date stamps on those things before eating them. I don't want a repeat of last year. In any case, those are not exactly healthier choices, Belle. She shakes her head, possibly laughing at some funny distant memory. When she looks up, I immediately brace myself. More words from her. Sometimes it's just better to let Becca talk until she's out of things to say. But when she turns her attention back to me, there's only warmth in her smile. What am I going to do with you? She says this more to herself than me, her voice shifting to something kinder, even motherly, if I'm looking for an exact word. I hope you know that it's impossible not to worry about you when you're like this. You don't have to keep eating the same thing. I already told you before, you're always free to reheat food in my fridge. Thanks, Becca. I really appreciate it, but you don't need to keep babying me. You've been taking care of me ever since I moved here. You have to take a break sometime. And before you ask again, no. You know I'm not a fan of borrowing money, and I'm not going to ask you to give me what you earned hard for yourself. You and your pride, but suit yourself. The offer stays on the table, though. I nod in response, but I'm pretty certain I will never take that offer. Ever. It's not pride. Rather, I've simply seen plenty of times how friendships take a turn for the worse just because of a few unpaid debts. I don't want something like that to happen between me and Becca. We may argue about a lot of small petty things, but Rebecca really feels close to a real sister to me. I'd hate to lose that friendship over something so trivial. Rebecca, taking a quick glance at something behind me, probably the clock hanging above the notice board, snaps me out of my thoughts. Well, enough chit-chat. Lunch is ending and my students will be back any minute. We can catch up later. Good luck with your clients. You better treat us to lunch or something if you get that sale. You bet. She turns to her desk, sloppily sifting through the pages of a rather thick history textbook. I reckon she's working out her lesson plan for next week. Or trying, at least. Her eyes are distant. She doesn't seem too attentive to whatever is on the page. As if hearing my thoughts, Rebecca starts coughing heavily, her hand hastily going to her mouth to stifle the sounds. Ah, this is precisely why I followed her here in the first place. For someone who makes a habit out of worrying of our other people, Rebecca sure forgets down to take care of herself. Hey, you sure you can manage on your own? I mean, you're still a bit feverish. Oh, hush, dear. Don't you worry about me. I'll just drink some medicine and I'll be right as rain. I levered her with a not a fat look. I don't even... Oh, Jesus Christ. She's had a cold for a couple of days now. Something about the strange weather not agreeing with her lately. And despite my advice to take the week off and rest, I found her apartment empty when I dropped by this morning. She even left the medicine her physician prescribed for her. Look who's being stubborn now. You shouldn't even be working right now. Seriously, you big baby, I'll be fine. For now, just go to work and stop making that Rose girl wait for you. I'll call you if I still feel bad and you can come pick me up if it makes you feel any better. She offers me a reassuring smile and I can only sigh. Why do I even bother? There's no stopping her once she's decided on something. Defeated, I reach inside my bag to pull out the same bottle of medicine she left earlier. She looks at it warily when I placed it in front of her. Unfortunately for her, this is one thing I'm not letting her have her way. Alright, but don't forget what the doctor said. Drink this on time. I'll see you later, okay? There's an amused gleam in her eyes, and she shifts her gaze back to me. Look who's playing the mother hen now. Rebecca! Okay, I won't tease anymore. I'll make sure to drink it, Mom. Before I could retort, she cast another look at the clock, a sign to finally end the conversation and my short visit. With a wave goodbye, I leave her alone to her classroom and her thoughts. I hail a passing taxi that would that would take me to the property as soon as I leave the school grounds. The mansion is some ways out in the countryside, but I didn't have any trouble giving the driver directions. Apparently everyone in Luxbourne City knew of it, including every bit of rumor surrounding it. Just the mention of the mansion's name is enough for locals to give you cautious, sidelong glances. I learned that the hard way the first time I commuted here, and it only served to boost my belief that there's something more to the house. Even the news of it being renovated and placed back up on the market has caused quite a stir. Thankfully, it died down a few weeks later. The place would have been a lot harder to sell otherwise. I avert my eyes from the window as soon as the buildings we pass grow less, and we get a glimpse of the countryside. A quick glance at my watch told me we were still a few minutes away from our destination. Might as well get some work done while waiting. Rose did ask me to do some last-minute reviews on the mansion's documents yesterday. I already went through all of them last night, but you never know when things could potentially go wrong. Life has a ways of messing things up like that. Oh, hello, Ash. Halfway through reading the paper, my phone rings again. I pick it up without looking, nearly tucking it between my ear and shoulder. It's probably just Rose again anyway. Rose? Guess again. That voice. Ash. Bingo. Hey, what's up? Just checking to see if you're cool later on this evening. You mean that thing with Zach? Yeah, you know that indie movie he's been working on for months? The premiere is going on tonight at the film fest, and he's really excited to watch it with us. He even called in the middle of the night just to remind me. No, don't worry, I didn't forget. I'll be there. Cool. I'll see you later. What time do you get off? Around 6 p.m.? I don't know. It's the first day of the Ermengarde Mansion's open house, and we're expecting quite a number of potential buyers. I'll be booked the whole afternoon. Ermengarde Mansion? You know, that big Jacobean mansion at Anselm Village? I'm on the way there right now, actually. On your own? Yeah, well, Rose is already there, but yeah. I see. Looks like the scaredy cat finally toughened up. Shut up! Ash chuckles from the other end, and I can't help but roll my eyes at him. I'll see you later. Ashhole, really? I'll see you later. Drop me a little call when you're done. I'll see if I can pick you up. Whatever, bye. Stupid ashhole. Always teasing me whenever he sees the chance. I'll show him who's tough. It takes a few more minutes until I finally reach the infamous mansion. I have to admit, the entire property does look wonderful from the outside, beautifully situated in the middle of a vast open field and several lush green trees dotting the immediate vicinity and converging into small woodlines nearby. If I have the money, I'd happily buy the place and live in a place like this. Yet, despite all that, it does nothing to hide that something is just wrong. And we will find out what is wrong with Ermengarde Mansion in the next episode. So thank you guys very much for joining me. I am Flog. This is The Letter. Remember to hit that like button, comment, and of course subscribe. Are you gaming? Well, you should be. So get out there, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. I can't see in the dark. Bonnie.